got a prospecting engine that works. You have a strong link between your prospecting engine and your sales engine. That's just my verbiage, right? People are showing up. You do the Justin magic. You close them on the call, 1 or 2 call close, or they pay within 3 days, something like that. And then they cancel in 60 days and you freak out. But you don't have that problem either.
No, so we did have that problem, especially when we got the Revy system and we started this whole prospecting engine, right? We were getting clients left and right, and we were also losing clients left and right. They were saying like, these leads aren't like what I thought they would be, and like we'd have some clients that would kill it, and we had some clients that would quit after about a couple months, and we were like, what the heck, man? So we kind of like dug down into it, and what we found was we were doing lead generation, appointment setting, and stuff like that, and we were sending the leads so that they could call and get them as like customers and set the appointments, but they were not calling. They were not calling. They didn't have a good system behind it. They were busy. They just were not following up with the leads properly. So that's kind of like where it broke down. Right.
And then you created a product or service to fix that.
Exactly. So me and Zach Williams, he's a co-founder, we created what we call now as Conversionly. And essentially it's a ISA team. And what we do is we call leads within 5 minutes. Actually, our average response time is 4 minutes and 46 seconds, I think.
I love you have a dashboard where you can quote that number down to the second.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. And that's the number one thing that we do. That's a gold standard, is call under 5 minutes, because we looked at a bunch of research. So like my background's in healthcare, right? So everything that I do, I need to have like evidence-based practice stuff behind it. Right. So we looked at a lot of research, and from that research, it kind of geared our operations towards Conversionly. And we looked at one article that was published in Harvard Business Review. And there were a couple of data points in there that said, if you don't call your lead within 5 minutes, the chances of you converting that lead decrease by 400%. It's like it goes here, and then after 5 minutes, it's just like straight down. And so that's exactly what we do ever at Conversionly. If for whatever reason we don't get them within 5 minutes, we send them a text message. And then for 5 consecutive days in a row, we're calling them and trying to get them and set that appointment.
So if I understand correctly, you got your prospect engine up and running, you got your sales engine up and running, and your fulfillment engine was working, but it wasn't working good enough to keep people around for 6 months. And then what my running suspicion is that 6 months, if you keep your client for 6 months, that's a $6,000 to $7,000, sometimes $10,000 sale. Now your numbers work. If you're doing a $2,000 sale, which is $1,000 for 2 months, your numbers don't work. Just like your clients, you have to have expensive stuff to sell. And so you looked at that, you realized something has to be fixed. And you know what you said? The number one difference between my clients that suck, my clients that rock, is like they just have a dedicated person call everybody back fast. What if I just did that for them?
Yeah. Right? I was like, you know what? We're going to do this for them because they're not doing it right. And they are, my wife just got on. And we're going to do it for them because they're not doing it, and they're not doing a good job, and we're eventually going to lose a client. So we're just going to do it for them so that we can keep the client, right?
And if you're sending, let's just say 50 leads per month, that's like, I don't know, like your cost, but it's just a person's time to call back people. I don't care if it's a full-time person. That will help you keep a $2,000 a month client for that extra month, and that extra month again, and that extra month again. And you probably have spare capacity, right? So like, what I remember about like my first person I paid money to in the digital marketing space was like, they didn't call back their leads. Screw it, find a new person. That wasn't good enough for me.